Hey, Jovan here with your free MLB Extendo clip play for Sunday, August 3rd, 2025. Now, you know us here at Pick Dawgz. We love giving out free picks, but if you want my best bets, the best that I'm putting in today, go to the website, pickdawgz.com, where you can find my or one of our other world-class handicappers picks for today. Now, let's do a little bit of house cleaning. Yeah, absolute dud for the Extendo clip last night. The homeless says they didn't get off. Well, they're not traveling, so they didn't make the field basically in figurative terms, because the Arizona Diamondbacks decided to show up. More specifically, Zach Gallen decided to show up as an ace. He hasn't been the ace type of pitcher this season. It's been a down season for him, but he does have a contract that he's trying to get, and he's trying to show teams that he's still that guy. And apparently, at least last night, he was. Only gave up 2 runs. The Diamondbacks scored 7, and that was all she wrote. The A's did have an early 2-1 lead, but that quickly disappeared. And yeah, the hopes of another Extendo Cape casher, those hopes were dashed as well. So, what that runs us to 8-7-1 at plus 585. We're still well entrenched into the green in this series. So we'll give out some better picks, specifically today. That's for damn sure. But no 2-team parlay put up. We did cash our last official one and gave out 3 in the morning show. One of those hit, and that was the big one. Colorado at plus money and Miami at plus money. Both smashers, cashes. So yeah, 1 out of 3, it'll get you some money. That's what I'll say about that. So let's move on to our top 5s for each position in the NFL for this upcoming 2025 season. And we are moving to offensive guards, the interior of our linemen. And like we always do, we're going to run it from 5 to 1, bottom to the top. So let's start at number 5 with Trey Smith for the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 4, we are going to go with Tyler Smith for the Dallas Cowboys at number 4. Number 3, Quentin Nelson for the Indianapolis Colts. Number 2, Chris Lindstrom for the Atlanta Falcons. And number 1, old friend from the New England Patriots, currently with the Chicago Cubs because they need some help with their line, Joe Thuney. And that's my list for the top offensive guards. Don't argue with me. Don't debate me. Debate with somebody else. Now let's move on to our Extendo clip play of the day. And we are going to go to Anaheim, California, where the Chicago White Sox are facing the LA Angels. And these are 2 teams that are seemingly going in opposite directions. I mean, both of these teams are bad, but the White Sox, they are playing better. They are going for the series sweep in this one. They have Sean Burke on the mound. The Angels counter with Jack Kachanowicz. He's not one of my favorite pitchers. I usually like to fade him, and I am going to fade him in this spot. But, the Angels, they were on the periphery, and I guess you could say they're still on the periphery of a playoff spot. They are still fighting for something. They are trying to avoid a sweep. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Their bats are not cracking at all. They're posting 1 ER, well, not ERA, sorry. They're batting below the Mendoza line in their last 5 in their last 10, whereas the White Sox, they're hitting the cover off the ball. Upwards of 300 in their last 5, 295 in their last 10. They're seeing the ball well, and I believe that they continue to see the ball well in this spot, going up against a sub-500 team, and those are the teams that they handle quite well. So we are going to run this. This is a situation where, for me, wrong team favors. So we're going to flip this one. We're going to make the White Sox -1.5 at plus 162 odds. You know, I mean, the odds makers even think that this White Sox team might give them the business. You know, if those are the low odds that we have for -1.5 with them. So yeah, you know, with the White Sox is one thing about it. They're a feisty team. I'm usually a person that backs the White Sox. This might be my #1 backing team in 2025. I haven't ran off who I backed the most this season, but they're on the short list of the of the top teams that I usually back in some way or some form. Especially in the first 5, because they're cash cows when it comes to that. But be that as it may, let's reiterate this one. That'll be the Chicago White Sox -1.5 at plus 162. Book a cash to do what you got to do with it, but go to the website pickdawgz.com where you can find my or one of our other world-class handicappers picks. Now smash that like button. Let's get this money and hit the book where it hurts.